Howdy fellow geeks, and welcome to another episode of Geek Talk, the show that talks to you about all things geek. I'm your host, Mr. J.
I'm Big D, and today we're celebrating my favourite day of the year.
Free Comic Book Day. Now, you guys may notice that you're not seeing much of Big D in today's episode. That's because he's been doing a lot of background stuff, behind the scenes, and for anybody that actually popped into the Adelaide Comic Centre today, you would have noticed that Big D was behind the counter playing music for you guys all day. So I guess on that note, I'll be seeing you.
That's right, so
What's
see
that?
who gets there first. Oh, this? Surprise.
Bet. Okay. Well, I guess it's just me then. But before we get started, it's time for a montage.
Take you to the comic shop, show you all the bills I drop. When I grab my pull-list box, the wins is when the comics drop. Whoa.
I'll take you to the comic shop. Barbarians are what I got. I'll keep spending all I got. Keep reading till the series stops.
Whoa. I'll take you to the comic shop, show you all the bills I drop. When I grab my pull-list box, the wins is when the comics drop. Whoa.
I'll take you to the comic shop. Barbarians are what I got.
Okay, so we're here with Justine. Now, you guys may remember last episode when we were at Comic-Con, we met Justine and she was dressed as Black Widow.
That's right.
Yep, you can check out the link for that one just down there. But yeah, obviously this time you're dressed as Black Cat.
Yes, well, I've got a thing with black in the title, I don't know.
Now, I do know that you were originally meant to be coming as Elektra.
Yes, but it is really bloody cold, and while my Canadianness gives me some insulation, there is nothing to that costume, let's be honest.
No, it's very revealing around the
Yes,
leg area and stuff.
There's no
and
sleeves,
no arms, no sleeves. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So it's done, but it's waiting for a warmer day or an indoor event for an airing.
Well, hopefully we'll get to see it maybe AFCON or something like that.
something like that. That would be great.
But look, you know, so you actually put this together last minute last night.
I did. I used the Black Widow bodysuit, and then I made myself some little fluffy gloves. And the wig I already had at home, funnily enough. So that's really what my daughter suggested it. So it's really what sort of.
Yeah, because I know you put on your Facebook page, you're asking people for suggestions and stuff like
help
that
me.
for a
And-
last minute costume.
Yeah, there were some interesting ones in there. Thanks, guys.
What was the most interesting one you had?
Marshmallow Man. Thanks, Mel.
Actually, no, I do remember seeing that
Yes,
one.
and I did like the unsexy Abominable Snowman.
Yep.
There was a couple of good ones, like someone suggested Mary Jane, which I almost did
Okay.
because I have the red wig, but my husband wouldn't let me cut one of his Spidey shirts all sexy, so.
Okay.
kind of hard.
Yeah, I think that's a fair call.
Yes, yeah, the
cut your own damn shirt.
The sanctity of a Spider-Man shirt is something in our house, so.
No, look, well, the costumes turned out fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Now, obviously, it's Free Comic Book Day.
Yes.
So, are there any titles that you grabbed today?
Yes, we grabbed Steam Wars.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. We just kind of went and grabbed armfuls. I know Laura picked up Rocket Raccoon, and I'm really keen for the Guardians of the Galaxy because I believe Captain Marvel's in
So
that.
you actually managed to get a copy of the Guardians of the Galaxy?
It appears so.
Because
yeah.
that we've been in the Adelaide Comic Centre all
Yeah.
day, and it just disappeared off the table. Same with the Rocket Raccoon; those were the two of the fastest
Well, and I
fastest
think
selling ones.
With it being so close to the release for Guardians, I think people are really hyped up. People who don't know about Guardians of the Galaxy see the title and go, "Hey, it's the Ooga Chaka trailer. I wonder what it's about." It's free. I can have a look, which is the point of Free Comic Book Day.
Exactly.
And people who are familiar with Guardians are going, "Yeah, more Groot."
I mean, I love Free Comic Book Day because it's a
Yes.
brilliant way to give yourself a chance to maybe look at new stories and stuff like that.
Stuff,
Like I
yeah.
picked up one. It's called Zombie Tramp. I've never heard of it before, but it looks interesting.
You
So
reminded me though. I want to pick up Pretty Deadly, the Kelly Sue and Emma Rios book.
okay,
Because
yep.
I buy so many comics already that I hate picking up more, but it's a great chance to have a look at the book and see
Yeah.
if it is worth picking up in
Yeah,
trade.
yeah, exactly. And that's probably the best part about Free Comic Book Day. Now, obviously not Free Comic Book exclusive, but favorite comic book overall.
Now,
Yeah.
Black Widow, the Phil Noto drawn Black Widow,
Okay.
is fantastic. They've taken a character with an exceedingly complicated and 40, 50-year backstory and made it's not about her past, it's about her future, which I really enjoy. They're not trying to shoehorn different elements in.
Okay.
And the Cliff Chang and Brian Azzarello Wonder Woman has
Okay.
been, since it launched with the New 52, been the best book out of the New 52.
Okay, so with the Black Widow story, obviously some people are really kind of only aware of Black Widow from the new Avengers films and stuff like that. And she doesn't really get much of a backstory too much in there. So for somebody who's not very aware of Black Widow, would you suggest this story as a way to
100%.
introduce themselves to the character?
Yeah, because it doesn't bog you down in, you know, she became a spy because of this. It just says, this is Black Widow. Here's what she does. And then you get hints of her past and her referring to things in a way that's very general and very easy to ease into it. So yeah, definitely a good place to pick it up. It just started with a new #1 a couple of months ago.
Favorite superhero?
Black Widow.
Black Widow again?
I am crazy about Black Widow. And Black Canary. I love Black Canary. I've loved her since I was a little girl. She's beautiful.
Another costume that probably wasn't the best for a day like today.
Yes, exactly. But I've got that one sort of
in the works.
In the works, the classic sort of that Adam Hughes, the Come At Me, which is very cool, or the new one from Arrow.
Oh yes, yes.
Quite cool. I like what they've done with.
And it's a lot more. It's a lot less revealing. No fishnets and stuff.
Yeah,
like it's still sexy, but it's not like, hey, look at my legs kind of thing.
Yes, and they've harkened back to that with patterning on there, and it's still Black Canary, but they've done it in a really fun and fresh way. The same thing that they've done with Oliver in Arrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Probably telekinesis. I would love to be able to move things around, and well, the lazy side of me would like to be able to pick things up without having to stand up. But I just think it'd be quite useful.
No, I think telekinesis is a pretty well-rounded power.
Yes.
I think a lot of people that we've spoken to today and that probably said about the same thing.
Oh, really?
So yeah, like we're just sort of talking to cosplayers and stuff, and you know, and just asking general questions and that. And I think it's come up a lot. I think people are predominantly lazy. So
well, there's otherwise, yes, the ability to read people's
a couple
minds.
people said it'd be fun to mess with people, just you know, as they go to sit down, pull the chair back from like across the room, or as they go to grab something, move it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, look, your costume looks fantastic.
Thank you.
As always, it's always lovely seeing you. We look forward to seeing you at all the cons that we go to.
And I look forward to seeing you guys too.
Yeah. Now, so next convention you'll be going to is AvCon.
Yep, AvCon.
And we're probably looking at Elektra for that one.
Probably. Well, it depends. We're looking at Lara Croft
Okay.
at this point because I still want to keep with the video game theme.
Now you did Lara Croft last year at AvCon.
Yeah, the classic Lara Croft. We'll be doing Underworld Lara Croft.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll have a look if that gets made. See how in love with Elektra I am. So it'll be fun. I'll keep it updated on my page, and maybe I'll let people vote. I don't know.
Brilliant. Look, thank you so much for your time there, Justine.
You.
It's always great seeing you.
Good to see you too.
Once again, guys, if you didn't catch it in the first episode, down below we'll be popping the link to Justine's Facebook page, which is Justine Cosplay.
Yep.
And you can see all her previous cosplays there, her updates for her upcoming works. And like she said, she even likes to put on there, let you guys vote what she might be wearing next. But yeah, down there, check it out. And yeah, other than that, look, once again, thank you. You look fantastic.
So good to see you.
No problem. Have a great day.
You too.
Mwah.
The comic book store, 'cause that's where the books live, but it's also much more. It's the heart of the art form that we all adore. Your friendly neighborhood comic book store.
Hey guys, so I'm here with Steph. She's the manager here at the Adelaide Comic Centre.
Hey guys.
Now, how long have you been the manager for?
I have managed, or I've worked at Adelaide Comic Centre for about 8 years, but I've taken on the role of manager pretty recently, so about a year, 2 years now.
A year to 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay, and how are you finding it?
I'm loving it.
Yeah?
Absolutely loving it. Just, it's so nice to kind of get up in the morning and go, I get to go to work, and it's an awesome job.
So working in a comic shop, the dream that most people think it is.
It's interesting because a lot of people come in with this idea of you don't really work where you are, but the thing is we party really hard, but we also work really hard to get all your comics ready for you guys to come and buy.
So it's obviously it's still retail.
Yeah, still retail.
Now, obviously today is probably your one of, if not your biggest day of the year.
Today is a really important day for us, yeah.
Now, Free Comic Book Day, it's a worldwide event. You know, any self-respecting comic book shop participates.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you guys been doing it for?
We did our first free comic book day, I think, when we took over the store about 8 years ago, maybe 7 years ago. So back in 2000 and I can't remember.
A while ago. 2000 and dickety.
A while ago. And it was just such a small thing. Like, there were hardly any comics available. Hardly anybody really knew about it. Facebook wasn't really being used as a social media network like it is today. So getting it out there was a lot harder. So it's just kind of turned from this thing where you got 2 or 3 people who kind of work there and dress up and walk up and down the street and people go, what's going on? To an event where you've literally got crowds of people at the door at open time. So.
Yeah, now obviously we, like with GeekTalk, like me and Big D, we've been here since opening.
Yeah.
We were there for when everyone come in, and it's just flocks in.
You didn't see that 8 years ago. You didn't really even see that 5 years ago. It's just really been with social media, and I think movies and stuff getting it out there has been huge for people, and it's great for the publishers as well because it gives them a chance to try new characters and reach a really wide audience.
Now, I can definitely agree with the movies aspect of it because I know that the first 2 to just disappear the quickest today were the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Rocket Raccoon free comic book one-shots, and they just disappeared like that.
Absolutely.
I think they were gone within maybe the first hour and a half, 2 hours. It was pretty insane.
About that, yeah.
I think there was a couple left as the day went on, but not for long.
What you'll find is anything in the movies, anything in TV even. We had some Avengers stuff that tied in with S.H.I.E.L.D. and that went pretty quickly as well. But you've just got like public knowledge now. Like we didn't have that, and so it was kind of like, oh, what's this? It was really people who are in the know, and now it's the wider public who are really interested in it, which is a fantastic kick for us. So.
Okay, now obviously you mentioned before that you guys now have a Facebook page.
We do.
So if you guys want to check it out, just look up Adelaide Comic Centre on Facebook. We'll also put a link down in the description box so you guys can check it out. Add them on Facebook. You guys always publish.
Absolutely. Anytime we get new stock in, we have it all over our Facebook page. If you do see something you like, give us a yell, call us, instant message us. We can get your stuff out to you. We send it all over the world.
Guys obviously you try your hardest in regards to things like back issues and stuff like that. If you can try and get it in, you obviously do try to get it in.
Don't ever think that you've got a question that's too weird or too out there or too hard to find. We'll always give it our 100% to try and find what you're after.
And that's basically what you want from a comic book shop.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want somewhere where you go and you feel like everyone there is friendly and appreciative, and you kind of feel like you're part of this big group, even though you're a customer.
Absolutely. And look, we try really hard to make sure we get our customers everything they want. If stuff's out of print, we can try and hunt it down. We will basically go as hard as we can.
Okay, now going a little off topic here, so somewhat on topic. Being Free Comic Book Day.
Yes.
What is your favourite, not just free comic books today, but in general, favourite comic book?
Oh God, I'm a Batman girl from way back, but recently I've started picking up quite a bit of because Scott Snyder is the current writer on Batman, main school Batman. So I've been doing a lot of his other books. So American Vampire, The Wake, a couple of other ones that he co-wrote with, and also Carl Higgins as well. I'm kind of really, really keen on right now.
Okay. If you could be one comic book character, who would it be?
Oh God.
I know you had a bit of a thing with Harley Quinn for a while. Is that still the case?
She is amazing. She really, really is. But I don't know. I think any comic book character, I would totally get down with Death from Sandman.
Okay.
I think that is a brilliant kind of character. Also, Michael Joseph Lindster's Dawn is a brilliant character as well. So probably somewhere around there in the goddess kind of immortal style.
Now, comic book characters aside, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
God. I'd say flying, but I'm really scared of heights. So that would be ironically what I would get. I'd just be like, oh, I'm too high, I have to go back now.
They're like the worst superhero ever.
Oh, it'd be terrible. Probably like teleportation.
Teleportation?
Would be like, just to kind of be anywhere instantly would make my job a lot easier.
No, I think, yeah. The most common one we've actually had today is telekinesis. People, wanting to, move things with their mind and stuff like that. Because as we interviewed Justine earlier, and she again picked telekinesis, and I think the main theme is that everyone is lazy.
Yeah.
And I guess you sort of fall into that as well. No effort to get somewhere. Just bam, I'm there.
Just Go for it. Yeah.
Superpowers tend to, help people be more lazy.
Yeah, I see that. I can definitely see that. And I mean, God, invisibility. No one would get dressed ever. Like, it just wouldn't happen anymore.
Now, before we wrap this up, if you could give advice to people who are wanting to, say, attend their first free comic book day next year, what advice would you give them?
Oh, look, man, just come on in and enjoy it, really. What you're going to find is a bunch of friendly faces who are totally into what you want to get into. Do some research as well. The Free Comic Book Day website is brilliant for what books are coming out, what publishers are doing what. So if you do see something you like, you can get in early and grab it. And also get in early, because what you'll find the first 2 hours of the day is where most of the popular stuff is gonna disappear from. If you can get in a little bit earlier and kind of come in with a haul.
So as early as possible is kind of the...
Look, we don't suggest that you pitch tents the night before, but
No, but it's as close to opening time as possible.
Yeah, and only because that way you're going to get the best selection for you and what you want to do, and yeah, it's just probably a little bit easier. And if you don't know, ask, because we're all happy to help you.
Brilliant. Well, look, thank you so much for your time, Steph.
worries,
It's always
James.
lovely seeing you. It's lovely seeing all of you guys that work
Yeah.
that work in the store. I mean, it's as we've said, it's kind of our home away from home. So, yeah, look, always lovely seeing you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, James.
And I'll talk to you again.
See you, darling.
Bye.
I wanna live in a world full of heroes. Have NPR and CNN describe the latest teams. I wanna tuck my kids inside and read them stories of superhuman glory while the sleepy faces beam. Go!
Howdy guys, hope you enjoyed this brief but fulfilling experience of Free Comic Book Day 2014. I know we certainly enjoyed it. We picked up some really interesting goodies. For one, I picked up the Power Rangers one-shot. As I mentioned before, Zombie Tramp. And last but certainly not least, Transformers vs. G.I. Joe. So I'm pretty sure I've got myself some goodies from today. What about you, Big D?
Well, I picked up, of course, Rocket Raccoon.
Interesting choice.
Guardians of the Galaxy. And this would definitely be my pick for the day. New 52, Future's End.
Ooh, actually a lot of people were very interested in that one today. So I think between the two of us we picked up some awesome goodies.
I like it.
Well, there you have it, guys. It was a fun day for us. We got to see some brilliant people. We got to see some amazing cosplays, as you've seen in today's video. We spoke with some lovely people. The guys at the Adelaide Comic Centre are always amazing. But yeah, I guess...
In fact, we've got to do everything except actually read our comics. So
I guess that's pretty much what we're going to go do now.
So we'll leave you to it.
Have a good one, guys.